Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the latest authentic impact reports from International Gospel Response Ministries, or IGRM Canada. We've got a truly unified story of global hope and transformation to explore, specifically looking at the week of May 11th through May 17th, 2026. Let's just jump right in. We're going to see exactly how local leadership, combined with international community support, is making a real, tangible difference in people's lives across the world.
Right off the bat, in the spirit of complete transparency, you should know this is an AI-assisted explainer, and all the authentic report sources we'll be talking about can be found directly at IGRMIMPACT.org/reports. Everything we're covering today, every fact, story, and number, is pulled straight from those authentic ministry reports. IGRM operates transparently as a registered Canadian charity, and their official charity number is 70465-7428, RR001. So here's our quick roadmap for today. 1. A mission of global hope. 2. Connecting leaders worldwide online. 3. Restoring communities in DR Congo. 4. Strengthening refugee families in Kenya. 5. Real lives, real transformation. And finally, 6. Partner with us today.
All right, starting with Section 1, a mission of global hope.
The absolute core of IGRM Canada is equipping disciples and leaders to transform communities through the gospel and compassionate action. They call this bringing the whole gospel to the whole person. It's actually a pretty incredible concept. They aren't just focusing on one part of a person's life. They're caring for the spirit through faith, the body through practical needs, the heart through emotional support, the mind through education, and social life by building strong communities. It's a simple yet wildly powerful way to serve people with absolute dignity.
Moving on to Section 2, connecting leaders worldwide online.
Through completely free online Zoom sessions, IGRM is connecting believers across Africa, North America, and Europe, including places like Germany. In just a single week, they saw over 82 participant engagements. The big focus here is servant leadership. That literally means teaching leaders to serve their communities with deep humility, compassion, and kindness. And they do this using extremely easy and practical English, which is awesome because people from totally different cultures can understand and bring those lessons right back to their own churches. And this really shows you the power of this approach. By training just 58 global leaders in their online discipleship sessions, the impact just explodes outward. Those leaders take what they've learned online and apply it locally. Suddenly, you've got hundreds of meaningful, on-the-ground engagements in local communities. You equip one single leader, and they go on to encourage so many others. It's a real multiplier effect. Now for Section 3, restoring communities in DR Congo. Let's look at the Democratic Republic of Congo. In just 1 week, they had over 478 participant engagements. Now keep in mind, this wasn't some massive, expensive stadium event. We're talking about 22 separate, hyper-local, community-focused activities, things like home visits, youth mentorship, and children's classes. It's all about bringing dignity, resilience, and real practical hope directly to families and young people, right where they actually live. In these safe gatherings, kids get to just be kids. They laugh, sing, and learn positive values. Meanwhile, young people are finding mentorship that helps them build real confidence and a solid direction for their future. It's about creating this environment where people truly feel valued, safe, and remembered by their community. I want to share a quote from a community member in DR Congo after they attended one of these gatherings. They said, "I came feeling tired and discouraged, but I left with peace and new strength to continue helping my family and others." That really hits a nail on the head, doesn't it? Pastoral care and just simple moments of listening are deeply restoring people. Families face huge daily struggles, but through prayer and a bit of encouragement, they're finding the actual strength to keep pushing forward. We're seeing local believers really step forward here. Community members are learning to lead their own neighborhoods. IGRM is stepping in with leadership and vocational training to help people build self-reliance. Basically, they're equipping locals to be the agents of change in their own areas, leading with real integrity and authentic compassion. Okay, Section 4, strengthening refugee families in Kenya. The numbers over in Kenya for this 1 week are just incredible. IGRM Kenya reached over 1,107 participant engagements across the Kakuma and Kalabe refugee camps. For families dealing with the stress of displacement and so much uncertainty, these 28 weekly activities are literally transforming that uncertainty into shared purpose and a tight-knit, supportive community.
Inside the camps, people are gathering together for prayer, learning, and fellowship. And these meetups are providing essential life skills training, which is absolutely crucial. They're teaching responsibility, family care, and the kind of practical skills that really help restore dignity and self-reliance for families who have lost so much along the way. Let's break down those 1,107 engagements, because it's fascinating. Over 537 people found comfort and worship and prayer. Over 408 kids attended these safe, joyful weekend ministries. 41 adults got vocational training to help secure their future stability, and 39 youth joined mentorship circles. The biggest takeaway here? Every single one of these activities was led by trained local leaders who deeply, truly understand the specific needs of the refugee community.
Which brings us to Section 5, Real Lives, Real Transformation.
This testimony from a Kenyan participant sums it all up beautifully. They said, "These gatherings help us continue with courage. We pray together, learn together, and encourage one another to keep moving forward with hope." That just goes to show you that you don't always need massive resources to completely change a life. Small, consistent acts of faith, unity, and just listening to one another. That's what builds the courage people need to face tomorrow.
And really, this is the core truth woven through all of these reports. Simple biblical teaching, faithful service, and compassionate leadership. They transform lives. Whether it's happening on a Zoom call originating from Canada or in a youth mentorship circle under a simple shelter in Kenya, genuine compassion and practical action are creating lasting, meaningful change.
Finally, Section 6, Partner with us today.
This growing global mission relies entirely on a dedicated community of support, and there are 4 direct, super practical ways you can help strengthen this vital work today. You can give, you can pray, you can serve, or you can share. So let's look at exactly how you can jump in right now.
Your financial gifts make a massive difference. You can give safely through the dedicated link at candahelps.org to keep these global leadership trainings completely free. You can also pray for these communities, or even sign up to volunteer by visiting IGRMIMPACT.org/get-involved. And of course, we highly encourage you to read the full authentic weekly reports for yourself over at IGRMIMPACT.org/reports. One of the easiest and honestly most helpful things you can do right now is just share. Please share these authentic reports and share this explainer with your friends, your family, or your church. By doing that, you're directly helping to spread biblical teaching, encouragement, and compassionate action all around the world. So I'll leave you with this final thought. We've seen how ordinary people are doing some truly extraordinary things through simple, consistent acts of faith and service. The invitation is wide open. Will you help equip leaders and restore communities today? Please visit IGRMIMPACT.org, read the reports, and join this powerful global story of renewed hope. Thanks so much for learning with us today.